This is a grueling.
Right now, he sees it.
What sparked the explosive rise of modern mixed martial arts, MMA, and who were the key figures behind it? Much of the credit goes to the legendary Gracie family, whose Gracie Jiu-Jitsu became the cornerstone of the sport. Inspired by the Gracies' impressive demonstrations in their Gracies in Action videos, businessman and Gracie student Art Davey envisioned a super tournament where various martial arts styles would clash. Teaming up with Rodion Gracie and American screenwriter John Milius, the stage was set for a revolution. This is the untold story of how a wild, no-holds-barred contest evolved into the global phenomenon we know today. The genesis of modern mixed martial arts. The impact of the Gracie family modern mixed martial arts traces its roots back to the influential Gracie family and their groundbreaking development of Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. This revolutionary martial art became the cornerstone of what would evolve into MMA. The pivotal moment began with the release of a series of transformative videos known as Gracies in Action. These videos prominently featured members of the Gracie family, demonstrating their dominance over practitioners from various other martial arts disciplines. These displays of technical superiority captured the imagination of Art Davey, a businessman and dedicated student of Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. Inspired by the potential of these martial arts matchups, Davey conceived the idea of a revolutionary tournament. This tournament, designed to showcase the effectiveness of different martial arts in real combat scenarios, would later become known as the Ultimate Fighting Championship, UFC. Recognizing the potential of Davey's concept, Rodion Gracie, a key figure in the development of Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, partnered with American screenwriter John Milius to help bring this innovation idea to fruition. Together, they laid the groundwork for what would become one of the most popular and widely watched sporting events in the world, forever changing the landscape of martial arts and combat sports. Inception of the UFC, War of the Worlds. The UFC burst onto the scene with its inaugural event, Ultimate Fighting Championship War of the Worlds. It was a raw display of combat sports diversity, featuring sumo wrestlers, shoot fighters, karate champions, and kickboxers in a brutal, no-holds-barred 8-man tournament. Despite a few rules prohibiting biting and eye gouging, the fights were intense and unrestricted, lasting until one fighter submitted or could no longer continue. Early UFC controversies and highlights. The early UFC tournaments were marked by sensational moments and controversies. In UFC 1, Gerard Gordeau's brutal kick to a downed sumo, Tila Tuli, sent shockwaves through the martial arts community, with teeth literally flying. Art Jimerson's peculiar choice of entering the ring against Royce Gracie with only one boxing glove highlighted the unorthodox nature of the early UFC. Evolution of rules and safety measures. As the UFC gained popularity, the necessity for structured rules and safety measures became increasingly evident. One pivotal moment highlighting the need occurred during UFC 2, when Patrick Smith's relentless assault on Scott Morris proceeded without referee intervention.
It was a really tough position for Scott to be in. Really tough.
This incident underscored the critical requirement for referee stoppages to ensure fighter safety, prompting immediate changes in subsequent events. Following UFC 2, a series of reforms were implemented to enhance safety and structure within the sport. These included the introduction of specific rules prohibiting certain strikes and techniques deemed excessively dangerous or detrimental to fighter well-being. These regulatory adjustments marked a significant evolution in the UFC's journey from a spectacle of raw combat to a more regulated and respected sport. Over time, these measures not only safeguarded competitors, but also contributed to the UFC's broader acceptance and growth as a mainstream sporting entity. Today, the UFC continues to refine its rules and safety protocols, ensuring that each event maintains the highest standards of fairness and athlete welfare. Early dominance and unexpected victories. UFC history is punctuated by iconic matches where size and style clashed in unexpected ways. Keith Hackney's David and Goliath battle against sumo master Emmanuel Yarborough showcased the sport's unpredictable nature, highlighting Hackney's relentless barrage against a much larger opponent.
He's trying to take out Emmanuel. He doesn't have any chokeholds, Ben. It's obvious. He doesn't have any...
Impact of individual fighters. Individual fighters left indelible marks on the early UFC landscape. Gary Goodridge's devastating elbows at the UFC 8 became legendary, showcasing the sport's potential for explosive knockouts. Fighters like Ken Shamrock and Tank Abbott brought their unique styles and personalities, contributing to the UFC's growing fan base and intrigue. Political and cultural changes. The UFC encountered formidable political and cultural hurdles, notably exemplified by Senator John McCain's vehement condemnation of the sport as human cockfighting. This criticism ignited a wave of opposition that reverberated through legislative chambers and public discourse, leading to bans in numerous jurisdictions and severe regulatory scrutiny. McCain's characterization of MMA as barbaric and lacking in civilized conduct sparked widespread concern among policymakers and general public alike. This backlash prompted stringent regulatory measures aimed at curtailing the sport's perceived brutality and ensuring athlete safety. The UFC, facing mounting challenges, responded by implementing comprehensive rules and safety protocols to address these criticisms and secure regulatory approval. Navigating this turbulent landscape required the UFC to engage in extensive advocacy efforts, working collaboratively with lawmakers, medical professionals, and sports regulatory bodies to reshape perceptions and establish a framework conducive to the sport's continued existence. Emergence of sanctioning and organisational growth. Despite initial setbacks, the UFC persevered, securing sanctioning and support from state athletic commissions by UFC 28. The involvement of figures like Dana White and the Fertitta brothers, who purchased the UFC and restructured it under Zuffa LLC, marked a turning point in the organisation's trajectory toward legitimacy and growth. The golden age of MMA, rise of legendary fighters. With renewed stability and structured leadership, the UFC entered its golden age. Legendary fighters like Randy Couture, Chuck Liddell, Tito Ortiz, and Vitor Belfort emerged, captivating audiences with their skill and charisma. This era saw the rise of MMA as a mainstream sport, drawing comparisons and competition with traditional combat sports like boxing. Evolution and global impact. The evolution of mixed martial arts, MMA, has transcended traditional combat sports, reshaping the landscape by integrating diverse martial arts disciplines into cohesive fighting styles. This evolution revolutionized how fighters approach combat, emphasizing a blend of striking and grappling techniques. This integration marked a departure from singular martial arts mastery to a comprehensive approach where versatility and strategic adaptability became paramount. As MMA gained momentum, fighters began honing skills in multiple disciplines, such as Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Muay Thai, wrestling, and boxing, among others. This diverse training regimen not only enhanced individual fighters' capabilities, but also enriched the sport's depth and appeal. MMA's emphasis on well-rounded fighters capable of both striking and grappling resonated with audiences worldwide, sparking a new era where tactical acumen and versatility defined success in the cage. Future prospects and ongoing evolution. As MMA enters the future, its trajectory remains dynamic and promising. Advancements in training methodologies, sports science, and technology are propelling fighters to new levels of skill and athleticism. This continuous evolution not only enhances the performance of individual athletes, but also raises the overall competitiveness and appeal of MMA as a sport. Looking ahead, MMA's ongoing evolution promises to redefine combat sports on a global scale. The sport's dynamic nature, which blends striking, grappling, and strategic prowess, continues to captivate audiences and inspire athletes from diverse backgrounds. As MMA gains further recognition and acceptance, its influence is expected to extend beyond traditional boundaries, shaping the future of combat sports and reaffirming its position as a premier athletic endeavour. With continued innovation in training methods, advancements in sports medicine, and the relentless pursuit of excellence by fighters and organizations alike, MMA stands poised to continue its ascent as a global phenomenon. The future holds exciting possibilities for MMA, driven by its rich history, passionate fan base, and ongoing commitment to pushing the boundaries of athletic achievement. These captivating tales from the early days of the UFC reveal the sport's raw, untamed beginnings and its remarkable evolution into a regulated and respected athletic discipline. The journey from chaotic brawls to structured competition has been nothing short of extraordinary. As we continue to witness the growth and refinement of MMA, it's clear that the sport will only keep pushing boundaries. Don't miss out on more thrilling stories and updates. Like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Share your thoughts and be part of our community as we explore the past, present, and future of mixed martial arts.